Hi, everyone. I'm just setting up here for a class that is supposed to start in about 15 minutes. Okay. Looks like it's all set. I'll be back in about, 15 minutes. I'll see you then. Just waiting for another minute when the class officially starts. Till then, you may want to use some props if that's part of your practice. I like to keep one bolster, 2 bricks, and a belt available. If it helps you to find more clarity in your actions and also relax in the posture, help you relax in the posture, then it's good to use props. Okay, so it's time to begin. We're going to start in a comfortable seated posture. You can either sit on the floor like this, if this is available, and especially if your knees are close to the floor and not high up like this, then it's better to sit. It's fine to sit on the floor like this. But if your knees are high up like this, because the hips are tight, then it's better to sit on a bolster. And I'm going to show it to you with a bolster. And here you're going to cross your shins in front like this and flex your feet. I'm going to use the bolster. Move the flesh from under the buttocks and spread the sit bones on the bolster. And place your hands at the roots of your thighs. Lift your sternum up and take your shoulders back. Bring your elbows towards each other behind you. And relaxing the hip joint, gently push down on your hands. Flex your feet and relax the knees towards the floor. Place your head neutrally over your spine, with the chin slightly down, and stay here, please. And release your hands to the floor, fingertips on the floor. Once again, lift your sternum up, take your shoulders back, and bring your elbows in towards the torso, doing an external rotation of the upper arms, and squeezing your shoulder blades in towards each other, and use the lower shoulder blades, inner shoulder blades, to push the rib cage up from behind, push the rib cage forward from behind, and lift the sternum up. Hold your body with your actions, and just observe what's going on in your physical body. Is there any particular area that feels a little bit tight today at this moment? Or are you feeling more open? Whatever it is for you at this moment. Bringing the mind into the present moment in time and in the space of your physical body. And bring your hands to Namaste. Lift your sternum up again. Relax the shoulders and elbows. Interlock your fingers in front. With your elbows slightly bent, take the shoulders back and drop your shoulder blades down your back. And then straighten your arms and take your hands above your head. Use the action of your arms to lengthen the spine. Start with your elbows bent slightly, widen the collarbones, and spin your triceps in. Then straighten the arms. Take the elbows in line with your ears or behind your ears, and lengthen. Stay here for a few breaths. And inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist to your right. I'm mirroring you. Twist to your right. Release your right hand behind you. Fingertips on the floor. Keep the torso perpendicular. Both sit bones on the floor. lift the left hand up to lift the sternum up and release the left hand to the right knee. Use your right hand to help you bring the torso perpendicular to the floor, dropping both the sit bones down, especially the left one. Inhale, lift the left sternum up. Exhale, bend your elbows and twist the spine. Keep looking in the line of your chest. Don't twist the head yet, the neck yet. Inhale, lift the left sternum. Exhale, twist the spine to your right. One more time. Inhale, lift the left sternum. Exhale, twist to your right. Now hold your body there and exhale, take your chin to the right to look to the right. Holding the body with your actions. Suggest for any areas where you feel the tightness to relax, especially on your exhalation. Suggest for them to relax. And come back to center. Interlock your fingers the other way. If you don't know what that is, do it spontaneously and then change. With your elbows bent, once again, take your shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down, straighten your arms, take your hands above your head. Lengthen first, lengthen the spine, relax the sit bones, and then twist to your left. And just keep looking in the line of your chest. Release the interlock, point your fingers up, release your left hand behind you. Bring the torso perpendicular to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the right side of the sternum and your right hand. Exhale, release the right hand to the left knee. Once again, ground the right sit bone, square the hips. Inhale, lift the right sternum up. Exhale, bend your elbows and twist to your left. One more time. Inhale, lift the right sternum. Exhale, take the left shoulder back and twist. One more time. Inhale, lift the right sternum, bend your elbows. Take the left shoulder back. Now hold your body there. And exhale, take your chin to your left to look at the left. Holding your body with your actions. Relax any areas where you feel the tightness, especially on your exhalation. And release, please. Interlock your fingers again, straighten your arms, take your hands above your head to lengthen the spine. And release. Sorry, I think somebody is weed whacking out there. This is not scheduled for today. Not sure what that is. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. Okay, so let's come to tabletop on your hands and knees. You're going to do a few cat cows. Just regular cat cows. Untuck your toes behind you. Start from a neutral spine. Shoulders in line with the wrists and knees in line with the hips. And inhale, look at the wall in front. Take the chest through, lift the sit bones up. Exhale, round the spine and gaze at your navel. Repeat and continue. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Arch the spine. Exhale, round the spine. Look at the navel. 2. Inhale into cow position. Exhale into cat. 3. Continue. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. And exhale. 5. Come back to neutral, please. And take your hands forward. Keep your knees in line with your hips and release your head to the floor. Your hands will be in downward dog arms. So the elbows off the floor. Ground the roots of your index finger and the other fingers. External rotation of the upper arms. Widen the collarbones. And lift the sit bones up. Push down on the hands a little bit. And stay here, please, for 5 breaths. Good. Inhale, come up to tabletop again. You're going to go into downward dog. So in downward dog, create a strong foundation in your hands. Stretch the skin of the palms in your hands and bringing your shoulders in line with the wrists. Drop the root of the index fingers. Look at your hands as you tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up, lift your hips up. So keep looking at your hands. Ground the roots of the fingers. Bend your knees a little bit. Lift the sit bones up. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the legs in your mount and release your head. Repeat. Inhale, bend the knees. Lift your sit bones up and back. Look forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, release your head. 2. Repeat. Bend the knees. Look forward. Hips back and up. Exhale, straighten the legs, release your head. 3. Inhale. Bend the knees. Extend the spine. Exhale. Straighten the legs, release the head. 4. One more time. 5. Lift your toes up and open the back of the legs. Come down to child's pose. And in child's pose, keep your hands in front. Look at your hands as you bring your hips to your heels. Push down on your hands to help you with that action. And then release your forehead to the floor. Keep your hands in front. Just relax here. Hands are still a little active with the elbows off the floor. Come up again to tabletop. Find the roots of your fingers on the floor and making your way to downward dog again. This time, you're going to just do that what you did last time, just once. Bending your knees, look forward, lift the hips back and up, then release your head. Now we're going to work more on the legs. So lift your toes up, straighten your legs by activating your thighs and pushing into the floor with your hands. Lift the sit bones up and move the front of the legs towards the back of the legs and the back of the legs towards the wall behind you. In downward dog, if it's possible, just drop your big and little toes on the floor. Keep the other 3 toes lifted. And gaze at your navel. Exhale, come down to child's pose. Keep your hands in front again. And relax in child's pose. Just slowly opening the legs, the arms, and the hip joint. Come back up to tabletop and go back up to downward dog. You're going to use every downward dog as a progression of the previous one. So find your posture again in your arms, extending the legs, opening the hip joint. Do the actions of the previous versions. And then relax your toes, holding your body with your actions. Try to bring to your awareness where you feel the tightness here. I can feel it in my calf muscles. in the back of my hamstrings. So try to relax those areas as you hold the body with your actions. Use your exhalation to help you to relax them. Come back down to child's pose. This time, take your hands back, and if possible, release your elbows to the floor. And using your awareness, suggest for your ankles to relax, your knees to release, hip joint to let go of any holding, wrists and elbows on the floor, resting on the floor, shoulders relaxing down towards the floor, and the torso releasing towards the floor as well. Relax your forehead into the earth and just stay there for a few breaths. On your next inhalation, take your hands forward, come back to tabletop again, last downward dog for now at least. Go back up, apply the actions of downward dog as you have till now, and then holding your body with your actions, relax physically, and then observe your breath. Try to maintain a steady and relaxed breath, and count your breaths for at least a minimum of 10 breaths. And inhale, step your legs forward in half standing. Look at the wall in front to extend your spine. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, come up. Take your hands above your head. And exhale, release your hands in Samasthiti, standing mountain pose. You're going to lengthen the lateral side of the body a little bit. So take your feet hip distance apart. And lift your right hand straight up, palm facing to your left. And have your left hand on your hip like this. Keep the legs and hips straight and just lean to your left like this. Use your left hand to push the hips slightly to your right and lengthen the side body. Here, look beyond the armpit region and just breathe into the side of the torso. Come back to center. Release your hands. Release your hand. And let's go to the other side. Lift your left hand up, right hand on your hip. Drop the shoulder blade down. Extend first, lift your sternum, and then lean to your right. Using your right hand, push the hips to the left a bit. Lengthen the side of your left torso and look beyond the armpit, lengthening the side of your waist and torso. Stay here, please. Good. Come back to center. Release your hands. Turn and step to the top of your mat. We're going to do a few classical sun salutations. So standing in mountain pose first, straighten your legs, lift your sternum up, straighten your arms to the side, palms facing forward, drop your tailbone to a neutral position and lift the lowest back rib up. Stay here, holding your body with your actions, and try to balance between left and right, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. The position as well as the actions around the 12 major joints. And relax, release your hands, shake your knees a bit, shake your hands out, just loosen the body, and then come to a relaxed expression of mountain pose. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor, look at the wall in front. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, move to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Downward dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor, and sink your hips. Look at the wall in front. Inhale, step your left leg forward, extend your spine. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Samasthiti. Continuing, inhale, hands above your head. Activate your thighs. Exhale, relax your thighs and fold from the hip joint. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Relax and open the front of the right thigh. Inhale, hands above your head. Continue to open the front of the right thigh as you sink your hips. Exhale, move to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Take the heels back slightly. Activate your thighs. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Activate your thighs. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, hands above your head. Open the front of the left thigh. Exhale, continue to relax and open the front of the left thigh and the pelvis. Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Activate your thighs, stabilize your legs. And exhale, release everything. Paying attention to the length in your spine. Inhale, hands above your head. Lengthen the side waist. Exhale and fold with a long spine. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee down, and look at the wall in front. Lift the sternum up. Inhale, hands above your head, look up. Energize a little more with your right hand. Exhale, move to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Heels slightly back, take the navel in and look at the wall in front. Exhale, knees on the floor, chest on the floor. Lift your hips, lift the buttock bones up high to bring the arch into the low back. Inhale, navel and pelvis on the floor. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, look at your hands as you go to downward dog. And then release your head. Inhale, step your right leg forward. left knee down, hands above your head. Energize a little bit more with the left hand. Exhale, hands to the floor, lengthen the sternum up. Inhale, step the left leg forward, long spine, extend it. Exhale, fold from the hip joint to the long spine. Inhale, hands above your head, lengthen the side waist with the action of your arms. Exhale, release your hands. Samasthiti. Okay. We're going to go into, we're doing a twist focused class today. Twists are really good for the shoulders, the neck, the spine, the muscles around the spine. They're good for the musculoskeletal structure, which is more external. But more importantly, they're really good for the internal organs, digestive, liver, spleen, pancreas, kidneys, reproductive system, all of those internal organs. Twist really helps to improve the functioning of the internal organs. We're going to work on a few twists today. Standing in mountain pose, place your hands at the roots of your thighs. On your exhale, bring your hips down, and inhale, take your hands above your head. Stay there. Now twist your torso to the right and place your right shoulder or the elbow outside, the left shoulder or the elbow outside the right knee. You can place your hands in Namaste this way, lift your sternum and twist to your right, or if it's available, left hand on the floor and right hand up, twist, lengthen the spine and then twist the spine. Stay there. Come back to center, keep your knees bent. Exhale, twist to your left and place either the elbow, right elbow outside the left knee, or right shoulder outside the left knee. Your hands can be in Namaste. Lift the sternum and take the left shoulder back, or release the right hand down, left hand up, lengthen the sternum, take the left shoulder back, gaze at your left thumb. Inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing. Release your hands. Step back to the top of your mat, please. You're going to do some Sun Salutation B, a couple of Sun Salutation B. Bend your knees, hands above your head. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step the legs back to plank. This is one modification to come down. Bend your knees on the floor and bring your chest halfway. Bend your elbows, bring the chest halfway to the floor, look forward. Inhale, lift your head and chest with the knees on the floor in upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Pivot your left heel to the floor. Take your right leg forward. Come up and hands above your head in warrior one on the right side. I'm mirroring you. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take the right leg back. Come to plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Keep the hips up. Bend your elbows. Bring the chest halfway. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Knees on the floor in upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Pivot your right heel to the floor. Take your left leg forward. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Hands above your head. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Left leg back. And come to plank, drop your knees, keep the hips up, bend your elbows, bring your chest halfway, then lift your chest and head up, knees on the floor. Exhale, take your hips back and up to downward dog. And release and relax your breath. Step or jump your legs forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing. Release your hands. One more. Inhale, bend your knees, hands above your head. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step or jump your legs back. You can do one of the two different ways we came down, or go to chaturanga, where the entire body is straight. You only bend your elbows and bring the body halfway to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and chest to upward dog. Knees are off the floor this time. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Pivot the left heel to the floor. Take your right leg forward. Inhale to warrior one. We're going into a twist here. Bring your hands in line with your shoulders, palms facing up. Lift the left heel off the floor. And take the left hand forward, right hand back like this. And then reach forward and place the left elbow outside the right knee. If it's available, place the shoulder outside the right knee. Your hands can be in namaste, or left hand on the floor. Lift the sternum up, right hand up. Stay here, or you can also take the hand above your ear and look beyond the armpit, or look at your right thumb. And release. Bring your hands to the floor. Take the right leg back. Bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. And exhale, lift your hips back and up. Pivot your right heel to the floor. Take your left leg forward. Come up to warrior one. Stay there. We're going into the twist. Bring your hands in line with the shoulders. Lift the right heel up. Turn your palms up. And then take the right hand forward, left hand back. Bend the left knee. Reach with your right hand and twist to your left. And you can either put your elbow outside the left knee, or if it's available, right shoulder outside the left knee. Hands can be namaste, or right hand on the floor, left hand up, lift the sternum and head, widen the chest. You can stay here. If you want to go further, you're on the armpit, or look at your left arm. Relax the right knee and hip. Keep the, left knee and hip. And keep the right leg straight. Release the twist. Hands on the floor. Bring your left leg back. Bring your body down. Lift your head and chest. And lift your hips. Back and up to downward dog. Release. Relax. And recover your breath. Inhale, step, or jump your legs forward, look at the one in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing. Release your hands. And just relax there for a few breaths. Okay, we're going into a twist again. Stand facing the camera, please. And step, or jump your legs apart, hands apart. Pigeon toe your feet in. So bring your toes in. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your hips and your ankles. Turn your palms up, look up, lift the sternum up. Exhale and bring your hands to the floor, directly under your shoulders. And in the half position, look at the wall in front, extend your spine, lift the sit bones up, straight arms, straight spine, and straighten the legs in your mount. If your hamstrings are tight, then it'll be a little more challenging for you to straighten the legs. Don't force, just go to wherever is available for you. We're going to twist now. So bring your left hand slightly to the right, directly under your sternum, your chest, and wrap the right arm behind you. Hold the front of the left thigh. When you twist, what's going to happen is that the left hip is going to tend to drop down. You're going to use your right hand to lift that hip up a little bit so the hips are squared. Lengthen the sternum forward. On the inhale, exhale, twist to your right. Take the right shoulder back. Keep looking down. Isolate this twist in the spine. So the twist is not from the hips, neither from the neck. So lift the left sit bone up a bit. Lengthen the left sternum forward and take the right shoulder back. Keep looking down and twist from the spine. One more time. Inhale. Take the left sternum forward, left hip up a bit, and exhale, take the right shoulder back. Now, maybe you take your right hand up, and then finally turn your gaze to look at your right thumb. Try to keep the left hip lifting up so the twist is more in the spine. Lengthen the sternum. Press down on your left wrist and lengthen the sternum forward. And release. Replace the left hand to the right hand on the floor. Wrap the left hand behind you. Try to hold the right thigh if that's available. And start by lifting the right sit bone up. Then lengthen the right sternum forward, look forward. And then keep looking down, exhale, and take the left shoulder back. Inhale, lift the right sit bone up, right sternum forward. Exhale, take the left sit bone back. Keep looking down one more time. Lift the right sternum, lift the right hip. Exhale, left shoulder back. Now take your left hand up and turn to your left. Look at the left thumb. And keep lifting that right sit bone up. Push down on your right wrist to lengthen the right sternum forward and twist the spine to your left. Exhale. Release your hands to the floor under your shoulders. Lengthen the sternum. Look forward. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, come up, bring your hands up. Exhale. Bring your legs together. Release your hands. Okay. Relax there for a moment. And we're going to go into the prep for eagle pose. This is a hip opener. We're not going to do the full eagle pose. We're just doing the prep, which is also good. So keep your feet hip distance apart. And I'm continuing to mirror you. So lift your right leg up and place the right ankle, outer ankle, just above the left knee. Now bend the left knee, sit down a bit. You can put your hands on the leg like this. Lift your sternum up and stay here. Relaxing the hip joint, relaxing the left knee, flex the right foot, and lift your sternum up. Look at a point that's not moving. Then maybe bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up, stay here. Of course, this will strengthen the left calf muscle and the leg, works the core and the hip joint as well. And then inhale, come up, release your hands and release your leg. Relax here for a moment. And make your way to the other side. Lift your left leg up and place the ankle just above the right knee. Hands can be at the knee and foot. Bending the right knee, sit down a bit. You can use your hands and your leg to lift your sternum up and stay here. Try to find the steadiness in the standing leg and the length in your spine. Gaze at a point that's not moving. And if you're stable, bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up. Stay here, please. And inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Okay. Going into a standing twist here. Now I have a wall that I can put my leg on. If you have something like that, that's good. Or you can also use a chair to elevate the leg. Or you can do the posture with your knee bent. So let me show you on this. Okay, I'll show it to you on this side. So you can just lift the right leg up, bend the knee, and place your left hand on the right knee and twist like this. You can do it like this, and this is good, just like this. Otherwise, if you have a wall that you can place your straight leg on, that's also nice. And take the right leg up, place it on the wall, make sure that the left leg, the heel is moving out slightly to your left. And first, just straighten the legs, straighten the spine, drop the right hip bone down. Bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up. Interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, take your hands above your head. Straighten both legs, lengthen the spine. Stay here. Relaxing the right leg, working the left leg. And then release the interlock. Twist to your right. Release the left hand to the right leg. And take the right hand behind you. Lift the left sternum up. Reach with your right arm. And twist the spine. Stay here, please. And finally, look to your right as well. Of course, you can do the whole thing with the knee bend, right knee bend. Come back to center, lift your sternum, exhale, and release. Shake your legs out a bit. And going to the other side. Again, you can just do it with a bent knee, lifting the left knee up like this, holding with the right hand, and taking the left hand back. This is a little bit easier, but it's still very good for you. for your body. Or you can put your leg up on a wall or a ledge. I have a ledge here, so I'm going to use that. Make sure that the right heel is moving to the right a bit, so the foot is parallel. And placing your hands on your hips, drop the left sit bone, activate the right leg, and lift your sternum up. Relax the left hip and hamstring. Of course, to do this, your hamstring should be more open. It may not be as easy as it looks. Then bring your hands to Namaste, interlock your fingers, take your hands above your head, lengthen the spine. Stay there. And then twist to your left, releasing the right hand to the left shin and left hand behind you. Lift the right sternum up, take the left shoulder back, and finally look to your left. Stay there, please. And like I said, you can do the whole thing with the left knee bent. Keep the knee bent, especially if you have tight hamstrings. It's better to do that. Come back to center. Take your hands above your head and release the leg. Come back down. Okay, come back to the top of your mat, please. And let's do one sun salutation. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step your legs back and bring your body down, whichever way is comfortable for you. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Upward dog. Lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Stay here for a few breaths. And come down to child's pose, please. Take your hands back. Drop your elbows to the floor. And just observe your breath as you breathe naturally. Allowing your breath to find its way back to its natural state of relaxation. And while your breath is releasing, use your awareness and suggest for your ankles to relax, spreading the tops of your feet on the floor. Release your knees and allow your shin bones to descend towards the floor. Let go of your hips towards your heels and allow the back of your thighs to descend into the calf muscles. Rest your wrists and elbows and allow your forearms to descend into the floor. Relax your shoulders towards the floor and spreading your awareness across the back of your torso. Relax the back of the torso towards the front of the torso and release the front of the torso towards the floor. Soften your throat, the skin on your face, and your eyes, and observe your breath again. Notice if it's a little more relaxed and slower than when you started child's pose. And just enjoying this feeling of letting go, relaxing, softening the effort, the body, your mind, enjoying that state of calmness and softness. And slowly lift your torso up, please, and release your legs from under. I'm going to face the screen so you can see what's going on here. We're going to go into a few twists, seated twists. And for the first one, if you have a bolster like this, that's helpful, or a cushion or whatever you have at your place. If it's longer like this and a little thick, that'll be great. Otherwise, you can also fold your blanket. If you have a blanket, you can fold it like halfway like this and use it as a cushion under, okay? I'm going to use my bolster. I'm going to place it vertically on my mat, and I'm going to face the camera. I'm going to sit on my bolster, and once again, I'm going to continue to mirror you, so I'll be doing it, so it looks like I'm doing it at the same side as you, but I'll be doing it the opposite side. So let's see, you're going to go this way. Okay. So lift your hips and move your hips to the left. So mainly the right buttock will be on your elevation, the bolster or your blanket. The left one will be slightly off. Okay. And then bend both your knees slightly and take your right foot under. You can pull from under the left knee, pull the ankle, and place the right heel next to the left hip like this. Okay. I don't know whether you can see that clearly, but you should be able to. Okay, and the knee will point straight forward. The right knee will point straight forward. I'll lean to your right a bit, the right hand on the floor, and bending the left knee holds the ankle. And you're going to place the top of the foot, this part, at the arch, on the arch of the right foot. And the toes will point straight back. The top of the foot and the top of the ankle will be on the arch. The top of the toes will be on the floor. Now, naturally, if your hips are tight, you're going to be leaning to your right. So bring both the knees towards the center, pressing down with your right hand. Place the left hand at the root of your left thigh and push down with your right hand and bring the torso to your left a bit. So the torso becomes perpendicular to your hips on the floor, as you can see there. Now, it's important in this posture that the top of the left leg, the top of the foot, the knee, and the hip joint, that they're all descending towards the floor. Okay? There should be contact there. If your hips are tight, this is going to be a little challenging, in which case it's better you sit on more elevation and stay in the earlier stage, which is this stage, just staying here and lifting the sternum up, lifting the sternum up. And this is good enough. It's just a hip opener here. It will help you open the hips as well as the low back. If you're comfortable here, if you're totally comfortable, then keep the body as it is. Bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up, interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, and take your hands above your head. This is the next stage. Lengthen the spine, but make sure that you drop the front of the left leg, the top of the foot, the knee, and the hip towards the floor. Okay, this is the next stage. You can stay here if this is challenging enough. If you're relaxed and comfortable, then lift the sternum up, twist to your right. As you twist, the front of the left leg should still be descending towards the floor. Release the interlock Release your right hand behind you. Hold the inner side of the bolster or the blanket. Lift the sternum up, lift the left hand up, and release the left hand to the right knee. Now here, again, you may tend to drop like this. I want you to lift the sternum up and bring the left sit bone down. And then lift the left sternum up, exhale and twist. Take the right shoulder back, bend your elbows to help you twist the torso. Inhale, lift the left sternum up, drop the left sit bone. Exhale, bend the elbows, twist the spine. One more time, inhale, drop the left sit bone, lift the left sternum. Exhale, take the right shoulder back, bend your elbows. Now finally look to your right and hold your body there. With your actions, relax the shoulder blades down your back, lift the left sternum, drop the left sit bone, drop the left knee, and just stay here for a few breaths. Good. Release, please. Interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, take your hands above your head. Lengthen again. After twist, just like forward bends, before going into a twist, during a twist, and after the twist, it's good to extend the spine. Okay, and then release. Release your legs and lift your hips, move your hips to the right so that the left buttock is on the bolster, the right buttock is slightly off. Bending your knees, hold the left ankle from under the right knee and pull the heel next to the right hip. Knee straight forward. Lean to your left, bend the right knee, hold the ankle, place the top of the foot at the arch of the left foot. Both knees in towards each other and towards the center, and then pressing down with your left hand, bring the torso perpendicular to the floor. Use your right hand at the root of your right thigh and push the sit bone down. Lift the sternum up here and maybe just stay here in the first stage of the posture, opening the legs and the hip joint. If you're comfortable and relaxed here, bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up, interlock your fingers the other way, straighten your arms, and take your hands above your head. And lengthen here. And again, this time, on this side, you'll be dropping the front of the right leg, the right foot, the right knee, and right sit bone down towards the floor. That's your foundation. Lengthen the sternum. On your exhalation, twist to your left. One more time, lengthen, exhale, twist to the left, release the left hand behind you and hold the inner bolster. Bring the sit bones to the props, lift the right sternum up and the right hand up, release it to your left knee. And here again, the foundation is in the right leg. So the top of the right foot, the top of the right knee, and the right sit bone, all of them need to be descending down into the floor and into your props. And again, against that descending action, lift the right sternum up. On the inhale, exhale, bend your elbows and twist to your left. Continue from there, don't release. Inhale, lift the right sternum, drop the right sit bone, exhale, bend your elbows, twist to the left. One more time, inhale, bend the right, lift the right sternum, exhale, bend your elbows, twist to your left, and finally look to your left. Hold your body with your actions. Relax your shoulders, lift the right sternum up, drop the right sit bone and the right knee to the floor. Stay here, please. And release. Interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, lengthen the spine again, coming out of the twist. And release your hands, release your legs from under. Let me move back so you can see my see it a little better. Okay. Doesn't help with all the dark colors. Can't really see clearly, right? I hope you can see what's going on. I have a lot of lights in here, but okay, hopefully that's fine. Okay, we're going into another twist now. Similar, but different from what we just did. Bend both your knees slightly. And this time you're going to hold your left ankle from under the right knee and pull the heel, place the left heel outside the right hip. And now bend the right knee and place the right foot outside the left knee, like this, okay? I hope you can see that. Now lift your hips up slightly and take the hips to the left. Drop them down again. Square the torso and hold the front of the right shin like this. Drop the sit bones, lift your sternum up and bring the right knee towards the right chest. Bring the right knee towards the left chest, like this. Since I'm mirroring you, my directions are opposite, so sometimes it can be a little confusing for me. Okay. Now hook the left hand, left elbow in front of the right knee like this. Use your right hand to lift the navel up and move the ice cream that you had last night or this afternoon to your right. Move it to the right, twist to your right, and release the right hand behind you. This is the first stage, and here the right sit bone will tend to lift up. Drop the right sit bone, lift the left sternum, and twist to your right. You can stay here. If you're a little more open, you can lean back a bit, take the left hand up behind you, and bring the left shoulder outside the right knee, like this. And you can take your hand up like this and twist again. Some of you who have been practicing for longer, you can even hold the foot like this and twist. Lift the sternum up, twist to your right, like that. Practice in the stage that's appropriate for you. Don't try to push too much and try to achieve too much if your body's not ready. Release, please. Let's go to the other side. So taking the right foot, placing the right heel outside the left hip. And then the left foot goes outside the right knee. Lift and move your hips to the right a bit. And holding your shins, drop the left sit bone down, both sit bones down, lift your sternum up, and bring the left knee towards the right chest. Lengthen here. Now a lot of these twists are not just twists of the spine, but they're also opening the hip joint. So right now, in the earlier stage, the hip joint is being opened here. So you can even just stay here. And especially if this is challenging enough for you, just work here. Don't even go into the twist. Lift your sternum up and bring the left knee towards the right chest. Just stay here and allow the hip joint to open here. If you're totally comfortable and okay with twisting, then hook the right elbow in front of the left knee. Use your left hand to lift the navel up and move the abdomen to your left. Begin to twist the torso and release the left hand behind you. I like ice cream, so when I twist, I have to twist the ice cream along with my abdomen. Yeah, maybe something like that for you too, I don't know. Okay, lift the right sternum up, take the left shoulder back, and twist to your left. You can stay here. Those of you who are more open, lean back, take the hand back, twist the navel to your left, and then lean forward, take the right shoulder outside the left knee. You can either point your fingers up like this. If you've been practicing longer and are more open, you can hold the foot, lift your sternum up, and take the left shoulder back. Right sternum up, left shoulder back. Regardless of which stage you are in, right sternum up, left shoulder back. And release, please. Release your legs and relax here. And the last seated twist we're doing today is Marishasana C. Let's see, start with both legs straight. Hold the back of your right knee with your hands, bending the right knee, pull the foot in and bring the heel in front of your right hip. And first stage, like I said, is mainly a hip opener. You can hold the knee, the right knee, and lift your sternum up, drop your sit bones, flex the left foot. Stay here. First stage. Second stage, hook the left elbow around the right knee. Use your right hand to lift the navel and turn the abdomen to your right. And release the right hand behind you and stay here like this in the next stage of the posture. If you're more open, once again, lean back, arm up, twist the navel, and bring the left shoulder outside the right knee. And point your fingers up and stay here. Those of you who've been practicing for way longer, you can also wrap the hand behind you and wrap the right arm behind and try to hold, lift the sternum up and twist to your right like this. And release, please. Release the twist, release your leg. Relax here for a moment. Then bending your left knee, pull the foot in, heel in line with the left hip. First stage, just hold the knee in front, flex the right foot, drop both sit bones, and lift your sternum up. Stay here, gaining the benefit of opening the hip joint. If you're going into the twist, then hook the right elbow in front of the left shin. Use your left hand to lift the navel up and physically move the abdomen to your left. Twist it and the torso will twist as well. So the twist has to come from the lower part of the spine, from the abdominal part of the spine. Left hand behind you, lift the right sternum, take the left shoulder back and stay here. You can stay here. If you're more open, lean back, hand behind you, twist the navel to your left, and then lean forward, take the shoulder outside the left knee, and you can point the fingers up and twist and stay here. If you're more open, bend the elbow, take the hand to your right thigh, and then wrap the left arm behind, clasp your hand, drop the left sit bone, flex the right foot, lift the right sternum, take the left shoulder back, twist your spine, and finally look back. Stay there. And release. Release your legs. And come back to Dandasana with your legs straight forward. Hands on the floor, lift your sternum up. Activate your thighs. And release, please. Okay. You can move the bolster away to the side. Let me see if I have some more light in here. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Let's see, what are we doing? We're going to do bridge pose. We're going to do bridge 3 times. Look at my list here. Okay. And we have another few minutes. So lie down on your back with your knees bent, feet on the floor. We're going to do bridge 3 times. The first time, you're going to grip the sides of your mat with your hands and keep your feet hip distance apart, heels in line with your hips. Tuck the shoulder blades under, and then exhale, lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under, and lift your hips up as much as you can. Push down on your elbows to help you lift the hips up. Now drop your hips about 1 inch, tuck the tailbone, bring the navel into the spine, activate the lower glutes and the upper hamstrings, and then lift the hips again by lifting the lower tailbone up. Bring the weight more onto your shoulders, stay there. And release. Come down. Relax for a moment. Second one, you can repeat the same arm variation, gripping the sides of the mat. If it's available, lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under, bring the elbows in, and then interlock your fingers under your hips. Straighten the elbows, move the shoulders one by one away from the ears, and release your elbows to the floor, then your pinky toes to the floor. Push down on your elbows and your feet and lift your hips up. Activate the lower glutes. Take the navel in, lengthen the tailbone, tuck the tailbone, and lengthen the low back. Stay there, please. And release. Relax for a moment. Now you can do any of the previous arm variations, gripping the sides of the mat or interlocking your fingers under your hips. If you've been practicing longer and are more open, you can also hold your ankles for the third one. I'm going to show it with that, but choose any arm variation that's appropriate for you. Hold your ankles if you're doing the more advanced version of bridge. Press down with your elbows, lift your hips up, roll your shoulders under, bring your elbows in, push the elbows into the floor, and pushing down on your feet, push down on your elbows, activate the lower glutes and hamstrings, tuck the tailbone, and lift the hips up. Stay there, please. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Just releasing the low back here. Release your feet to the floor. And lift and move only your hips to the right and drop your hips to the floor. Straighten your left leg along the floor. Bring the right knee into your chest with your left hand, and then drop the right knee to your left, like this. Right hand in line with the right shoulder. Flex both feet and twist the spine to your right. Look to your right. And come back to center. Bend both knees, feet on the floor. Lift and move your hips to the left. Drop them to the floor. Straighten your right leg along the floor. Bending your left knee, pull it into your chest with your right hand. And then take the left knee to your right, foot on the floor, knee towards the floor. And lengthen with your left arm. Flex both feet. Lift the right sternum up. Twist, relax the spine and the muscles around the spine to twist. In an action of relaxation, bring the left shoulder towards the floor. Lift the right sternum up and relax the muscles of the low back, upper back, wherever you feel the tightness. And come back to center. Bend your knees. Just relax here. Straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone, tuck your shoulders under, long back of neck, palms facing up. Just let go, relax in Shavasana. Allowing your breath to relax and release. Letting go of any residual action from the practice. Moving the muscles away from your bones. Relaxing and releasing your effort. Softening your abdomen, your throat, the scalp, forehead, eyebrow center, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, tongue, teeth apart slightly, lips touching lightly. The neck, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. The spine from the base of your skull all the way down to your sacrum. Relaxing your hips, knees, and ankles. Release your entire back body into the floor. And just relax there. And take a deeper inhalation and exhalation. Come back to your breath body. Move your fingers and toes to come back to your physical body. Give yourself an overhead stretch with your arms. Bring your legs together, flex your feet. Lengthen the spine. And then bend your knees. Roll over to your right side. Support your head with your right arm. Release the left arm in front of your chest on the floor. Just breathe normally here. And to come up, press down with your left hand, look at the floor, and make your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon. Have a good evening. Take care.